Aggressive action TV show. We are back. Got some news, man. We got some news with these. Just to keep it frank, a camera was found in a woman's bathroom in Grand Avenue Depot. We're going to discuss that. We're also going to discuss a special event at the Barclay Center where you're going to have trains, subways versus buses. And I'm going to bring the man on the screen who's organizing that. He's a MTA supervisor. He's the owner of We Move New York, the hottest transit apparel that there is. And let's bring my man on the screen, man. Let's see what's going on. Ron, what's going on, my brother? You still muted. You muted. What's going on?
Bad. What's going on? What's on, Jamal? How's everything?
Everything good, man. Look, I had your camera went out.
I know, because someone's calling me out, and I apologize.
I hear that
of course,
that you throwing a nice event in July. Tell the people about it.
So I'm putting together a basketball game, New York City Trains versus New York City Transit train employees versus New York City Transit bus employees at the Barclay Center. A lot of people have been hitting me up wanting to know the date. I've been kind of holding back because I want to build up the hype and anticipation. But I'm choosing today to release the date, and the date is going to be July 23rd. It's a Saturday, July 23rd, and everything starts at 1 p.m. at the Barclay Center.
Now, I currently got the flyer on the screen. We see New Jersey Transit employees versus SEPTA employees. We see trains versus buses. And we're going to say subways, whoever's underground with us, because, you know, you may have a station agent that could dunk or something like that, right, or a cleaner or something.
Right. So, some people ask, like, how do I know? Like, if you basically work in the subway system, then you're trains. If you're a mechanic and you fix buses, then you're buses. If you're a track worker, then you're trains. You know, if you work at 2 Broadway and you do payroll or something like that, you're gonna have to pick a side and stay loyal to it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you take the bus home and maybe you take the train home. You know what I'm saying? Pick a side and be loyal to it. Don't jump on the bandwagon when someone's up by 10 points. You know?
So let me ask you, what was the importance of you putting together an event like this?
So in the past, I've noticed that, you know, other city agencies, for example, NYPD and FDNY, they have their yearly rivalries, right? And when they have their sporting events, they have their sporting events at major venues. Like they'll have it maybe at MetLife Stadium, Yankee Stadium, or, you know, the City Field, you know. But however, when we do our events, like some people organize basketball tournaments between the depots and things like that. These things are usually held in like playgrounds and community centers, you know, and I think we deserve the same respect as the other city agencies have when they want to have their sporting events and be able to play in a major marquee venue such as the Barclay Centers, just like anyone else does.
Now, how many people is it going to be? Like, let's say trains, buses. How many people per team? Like, how is it going to be done?
That's a great question, right? Because a lot of people have asked me, I want to play. Of course, everyone wants to play. It's a great venue. It's where the pros play. Everybody want to get on the pro court. But unfortunately, everyone isn't going to be able to play. And to make things fair, I'm going to have to organize tryouts just to make it fair. Because I could easily put together a 12-man team, but that team really wouldn't represent the entire. Because, you know, I'm buses all day. That team really wouldn't represent buses as a whole. You understand? So I'm going to have to hold tryouts to make it fair, give everybody a chance to show what they got and make the team to represent either buses or trains.
Now, when will these tryouts be taking place?
Okay, so right now I'm in the process of trying to find a venue to hold the tryouts because with COVID protocols and everything, trying to get a place to have an indoor tryout. You know, they have their certain restrictions when it comes to COVID and things like that. So I'm working some things out. But if I can't get anything real soon, when the weather warms up a little bit, then I'll just have tryouts somewhere outdoors. The event isn't until July, so that gives everyone time to get their wind up, you know, shoot the 1,000 jumpers a day to get spot on and get their game back together if they haven't been on the court in a while.
So, like, all right, so who's the point person for, like, let's say subways or trains?
So that's the thing. I'm mostly buses. I know everybody, most people in buses know me. My reach in subways doesn't go that far, right? So I'm gonna say I'm looking for someone that wants to organize the subways basketball team. I don't know too many other than you and a few other people. I don't know too many people that want to organize the subway basketball team. If you want to take on that organization, I'd be more than happy to have you organize the subway team for me. But if you're interested in being an organizer for the subway basketball team, then you can email me. Send an email to info@wemovenewyork.com. Spell out New York. info@wemovenewyork.com.
So you're coaching. Are you going to be coaching the buses?
I'm not going to coach. I'm doing too much of the organizing and running things behind the scenes. I have someone on side of buses that's going to organize the buses subway team. So the buses team. So if you don't make the team, don't see me and say, "Hey, Q, I didn't make the team. Why you ain't let me play?" That wasn't me. I got to coach the buses, and they're gonna handle all of that.
Now I got the flyer back on the screen again, and I just want to let people know it's Saturday, July 23rd, 2 p.m. These games are taking place before the Liberty game. The Liberty is playing the Chicago Sky. So if you want to get tickets, hold on.
Sorry. So it's gonna be a full day of basketball. Like I said, I'm billing as the first invitational meeting. I invited employees from New Jersey Transit and employees from SEPTA and Philly to have a game before ours. Then we'll have our game. Following our game, there'll be a WNBA game, Chicago Sky versus the New York Liberty. So it'll be a full day of basketball. You get to see 3 games, and the cost per ticket is $35. I encourage everyone to buy a ticket early because down the line, the price of the tickets will increase. So get your tickets early. Not only that, I encourage everyone to support this event because, we really want to show a venue like the Barclays that New York City Transit will come out and support such an event. So this way, in the future, if we want to have an event at another big place, they'll already know, New York City Transit employees come out to their events because one of the first things they asked when I went and had a discussion about holding this event at the Barclays Center is how many people you think you're going to come. You understand? And like, even with promoting this, someone asked me, what about a hockey game? And I'm like, that'd be great because they just built the UBS Stadium out in Queens. But the question is always going to be how many people will come. So I'm asking for everyone to support this event because this will set the stage for all future events that I try to put together for New York City Transit employees.
Yeah, and if they want to get tickets, they could go to newyorkliberty.group/We Move New York. I looked on the website. The tickets, I believe, are $35 right now. We could sit anywhere we want to sit, first come, first serve. But when the games start, when the WNBA games start, we must go to our assigned seats. Q, I'm holding you responsible for my courtside seat, man. I want my Spike Lee seat. I'm coming there. I'm chilling. I don't want to play. I could play, but I don't want to play. I want to sit and relax and enjoy, my coworkers. Anything else you want to leave the people with before we get out of here?
Yeah, look, definitely come out. Have a great time. I want everybody to come out and support. One more thing, also, if you have a small business that you want to promote at the event, there's vendor tables available. If you're interested in having a vendor table at the event, again, send an email to info@wemovenewyork.com, put in the subject line vendor, and I'll send you the information for vendors and sponsorship.
Now, let me ask you a question before we get out of here. Does vaccinated status, they not letting Kyrie play, but they'll let people, sit in the stands.
So
how it work with the players?
It's another great question. In order to enter the venue, right now the Barclays Center, their COVID protocol is you have to have 2 doses of either vaccine or 1 dose of the Johnson & Johnson. Right now that's what it is, but when it comes to COVID and protocols, things change day to day. Like right now, I think in the news, Eric Adams is talking about removing those mandates for entrances to theaters and venues and stuff like that. So hopefully by July, which is a few months away, that'll change and vaccination won't be necessary for you to enter. So, but right now you have to be vaccinated in order to enter the Barclays for the event.
All right. There we go. There we have it. So what we'll do when we get closer to the event and, we get coaches or more info, we will do this interview again and fill the people in.
Right. I'll be back to announce when the tryout dates is, and so everybody come out and show what they got.
Sounds good. All
right. Thanks for having me on, Shamel.
All right, no problem. Be good.
Thanks.
All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Very disturbing news. Before I get into it, I got those Progressive Action hats. They back after 2 years. The hoodies is going to be back. Look, I got sweatpants. Look at this, man. Look at this. Ooh, look at this. That's all I'm gonna wear all summer. We gonna have shorts, sweatsuits. We got the hats. The hats are in. So if you're interested in ordering a Progressive Action snapback, go to perfidel.com, PERFEDEL. But man, I was taken aback with some information about a hidden camera being installed in a women's bathroom at Grand Avenue Depot. Man, I just don't know what people be thinking nowadays. I don't know. I mean, it's disturbing to think that, a possible coworker set up a voyeur camera inside the women's bathroom. It makes absolutely no sense. I can't even imagine how furious the women in that depot are right now. But the only thing that I could do is lend my support. I have a network of lawyers. If anyone want to get a lawyer, I reached out to the news. It's going to be hitting the news soon. Man, this is disturbing on all levels. And what's even more disturbing politically, you already know the politics that's going on in the union with staying united, progressive change won. The officers inside Grand Avenue Depot did not even tell the divisional officers what was happening in the depot. They didn't know anything until I told them, right? And this is how crazy this thing is. Instead of reaching out to the division and seeing what resources or what support, show a presence in the depot to show support to the women who were affected. And to my understanding, it's not only employees that use that bathroom. Like some operators come with their children, their little young children, female children. They use that bathroom sometime, and it's bad. It's horrible that such a thing happened. Now, from my understanding, or, allegedly what I was told was that the device could have been, one of those sensors that's on the toilet itself that self flushes. From my understanding, some women thought that's what it was. And it was ignored until someone seen it. And I don't want to get into the story when they seen it because I heard different things with that. But it ended up being a camera. NYPD is investigating. I heard that they are trying to pull fingerprints from the device, see what type of data is on the device. And man, it's disturbing. Now I'm gonna show you guys a picture of the bathroom, just in case if you could have used the bathroom. So this is where the bathroom is at. I understand that this bathroom is by the fuel line in the bus depot. And if you look to the left, it says female toilet clearly. Female toilet clearly. Now, I don't want to say a man did it, a woman did it, a supervisor did it, a contractor did it. We don't know who did it, but I'm going to be very honest with you. I don't care who did it. They must be held responsible for this act. The bathroom is clearly marked female toilet. If a man do it, a man don't even belong in that bathroom unless he's the cleaner, or I don't even know if it's a female cleaner. I don't know. I don't even want to speculate with something so serious as this, but it clearly says female toilet. clearly says it. So you can't even confuse it. And it's not even about the confusion. It's about someone putting a camera in the bathroom. If it was in the men's bathroom, it would have been just as bad, right? It's not good at all, right? The silence on this is deafening, right? This should have been all over. Because let's put this in perspective. If this would have happened at 2 Broadway, in any bathroom at 2 Broadway, right? Every women's bathroom and men's bathroom in MTA headquarters would have been investigated for any other type of devices, right? Why isn't there an investigation by the MTA going to every woman's facility on the property and men's facility, bathroom, restroom, locker room, to see if any more other devices are lingering around? We don't know. But one thing I can say for sure, if this would have happened at MTA headquarters 2 Broadway, there would have been an immediate investigation through every bathroom in that building. That needs to be done right now in TA Surface. In fact, it needs to be done in every facility, restroom facility in New York City Transit, just to be on the safe side, because we don't know who did it, why they did it, when they did it. We don't know how long it was there. We don't know anything. But every bathroom should be looked at. Now, I know that a lot of the women are trying to figure out what are their options. Your options range. You could go out on IOD. Fill out an IOD. You don't even have to go out. You could just put it on there for the record. I can't even imagine what a woman is thinking who actually used that bathroom right there, and how she was exposed by this footage. I don't understand how you would be able to drive and focus on your job, a safety sensitive job, with this type of investigation going on. I don't know how you could focus, but you have an option of filling out an IOD just for the record, or probably you could go out. I'm quite sure a lot of women are not taking this lightly at the bus depot. Another option you have is you can sue. You could sue. You could lawyer up and see what your options are there. I'm gonna put up 3 articles that I found on the internet briefly. So Chipotle sued for $1 million after manager installed a hidden camera inside women's restroom and planned to sell the recordings of women and children. You have another case of workers sue Illinois dental practice over hidden cameras found in bathroom. You have another case of Forever 21 sued after employee finds camera in bathroom. So, I mean, you could easily Google cases and see cases out there where people have sued when hidden cameras were discovered in restrooms and in other places like locker rooms and things of that nature. I truly believe that there needs to be, like I said, the politics, the lack of leadership in this union. There should be an immediate women's committee meeting addressing this issue. It should have happened yesterday. There should have been an immediate response by the union for this. No response, no major response, no anything. And it goes back to the argument: are women in New York City Transit respected on this job, by the company and by the union? This is just upsetting, man. This is just upsetting. If I had a daughter and, I brought her to work with me and she needed to use the bathroom and she used that bathroom, I would be very upset. If it was my wife, girlfriend, I would be very upset. A family member, female family member, I would be very upset at this whole entire situation. And we must do better as the human race. We must do better. This is unacceptable. Man, I don't even know what to say about it. I would definitely for anyone out there, if you know any women who work at Grand Avenue Depot, they can put them in contact with me. I could definitely point them in the right direction. And like I said, whoever did this horrible act, they need to be held accountable. I don't care if it's a bus operator. I don't care if it's a cleaner. I don't care if it's another woman. I don't care if it's a supervisor, manager. Whoever done it need to be held fully responsible. They don't deserve to work at New York City Transit. There's absolutely no excuse for it. And I want to make sure that they are held accountable for their actions. Some things are unexcusable. And this is definitely one of them. I don't think that I ever heard of this at New York City Transit. I don't think I ever have. And hopefully this will be the last time something like this happen. Oh, man. It's disturbing, man. But, you know, for me, I get all types of calls. I get all types of issues that come down my line. And I never got a call like this before. And I honestly didn't want to talk on it until I got more information. NYPD was contacted and they confirmed it. And man, this is beyond upsetting. To all the women at Grand Avenue Depot, you have my support. I would definitely give you guys my resources. The union needs to step in immediately. The women's committee need to step in immediately and show of presence at that depot to support the women in Grand Avenue Depot. And us as men, we must do more to support our sisters on this job also. We have a role to play. We have a role to play at home as men. We have a role to play in our communities as men. And we have a role to play when things affect women in our community as men. Working is a part of our community. The people that we work with are a part of our community. And we must do everything that we can to protect women and children. We must do everything that we can do to protect women and children. So, like I said, if anyone need any information, you can reach out to your divisional officers. Reach out to Alexander Kemp, your recording secretary. You can reach out to Gary Rosario, your vice chair. You can reach out to Ron Carter, your division chair, and reach out. If you need someone else to speak to, you can reach out to me, like I said, but this is uncalled for, unacceptable, inexcusable under every circumstance. Under every circumstance. Like I said, oh, you want to know what? I'll be looking forward to doing an interview with a female from that depot, and just let us know what's going on, how you feel. Do you think that you could, you know what I really think? I really think that all the women should go out IOD in that depot. I really do. Something needs to be done drastic until this whole investigation is done. Till this entire investigation is done. I need you guys to share this out. Share this out everywhere. We must create the awareness now that things like this are happening on the property. And like I said, if this happened at MTA headquarters 2 Broadway, every female bathroom in that building would have been searched and investigated to make sure no devices, recording devices or devices of any kind are are spying on people in their most private moments. The same thing should be happening in every female bathroom in New York City Transit. These bosses at MTA headquarters are no better than us. We deserve the same type of respect, and we're going to keep fighting until we get that respect. And I don't really got much to say about this anymore, man. This is really, really upsetting. Really upsetting. Mm-hmm. But the depot officers in that depot, they did a horrible job. They played a whole political game with this entire thing. They didn't contact the divisional officers at all. This is what I hate about politics in the union. Like, people don't know when to draw the line, when to come together, when to fight together. This is not about going along, get along, right? If something serious of this magnitude happen, you got to do your job as an officer, alert your superiors, and let them do their job, right? Alert everyone. Let them do their job. We have a serious issue here. But a lot of these guys are here to play politics with our lives. They do not care. And this was another situation, an egregious situation, to show that they do not care. And they did not care because they are playing politics. Everybody got friends. Everybody got people that they like, people that they don't like. But when something as serious as this happens, you got to put politics to the side and do the job that you were elected to do. You have to do that. All these games of playing politics and people actually getting hurt and harmed on the job, all because people want to stand united, progressive change. I don't like this one. My team lost, so I want to do something to sabotage these division officers so we could point and tell the people, see, you got what you voted for. You shouldn't have never voted for them. You lost this. You lost that. Look what's happening with this. Look what's happening with that. That's what's going to go on in TA Surface these next 3 years. You're going to see a whole bunch of men and women over 50 years old pointing at each other, playing the blame game. You're going to see a whole bunch of grown grandfathers and grandmothers playing games with people's lives, pointing fingers at one another, all because their team lost. That's what's going on. I was told that JP, he was in Grand Avenue Depot every day when it was election time. He has not shown up as of yesterday to this depot to give the women support in that depot. That's what I was told by people in that depot. You know, they say he was there all day during election time. He should have been all day yesterday. There yesterday. Oh man. We have to do better. We have to do better. Now, like I said, I need you guys to start sharing out these shows. We got to start creating an awareness on a big level. We finally surpassed 10,000 followers on the TV page. I'm very happy and proud about that. And we're moving in the right and proper direction as a movement, Progressive Action, with the platform Progressive Action TV. Oh, another thing. We just started a new bus Facebook group only for buses. So if you're a bus operator, if you're a maintainer, if you're a cleaner in buses, whatever your title is in buses, except supervisors. I don't want no supervisors in this group. I don't care if you work in Queens for ATU. I don't care if you work in Staten Island for ATU. Our family out there, the Westchester private lines. I don't care if you big bus, New York City Transit, Map Stower. It does not matter. If you operate a bus in New York City Transit under either Local 100 or the MTA, this is a group for you, only for bus operators. It's called Progressive Buses. Now, my goal is to start progressive stations next, progressive CED, progressive MOW. We're gonna create 7 departments. We already have subways. We got RTO, OTR. So now we have 3 groups. We have 2 groups. We have the new progressive buses, and we have RTO, OTR. Like I said, we're looking for stations, CED, MOW. Private lines is going to be sucked in with the progressive buses. So we not gonna have a private lines. We just gonna have a bus group in general. But yeah, make sure if you're a bus operator, you join that group. Also, I need you guys to support the platform. Support the platform. You can support the platform via Cash App. You see it on the screen. $ Progressive Action 100. Send a small donation. Small donation, $50. That's a small donation. Send a small donation of $50. Send stars. You can send some stars right now on the page. As a show of support, send some stars. But yeah, we must start supporting one another. Life is real. We don't know what people are going through, and to have added stress to come on to work, whether it's this crazy situation of cameras in women's bathrooms, assaults, disrespectful supervisors and other coworkers, low morale. They playing games with your workers' comp, discipline. No matter what it is, we must do more to make our lives better at work, to make our lives easy at work, to be happy to come to work and return home in one piece. Oh, another thing. I want I've been taking transit workers to go purchase bulletproof vests. There has been, I think in the past 2 weeks, 2 shootings on the trains alone. If you want a vest, you could contact me. I got a Telegram chat. I can't have all these separate conversations with workers regarding when to get the vest or whenever. So in the Telegram chat, I put up one post. Everyone see it. Go down there. You pay for your vest. You get your vest. They got bulletproof vests. They got jacket vests. They got shirt vests. They have all types of vests there. And the vests are stab and bulletproof, and they stop all handguns. They got the bulletproof vests that'll stop rifles. I don't know if anyone gonna shoot at us with a rifle. I'll take my chance on that one. But it stop all handguns, and it's stab proof also. So if you're interested in that, just look on the Progressive Action Facebook group. You will see I have the link up there to join the Telegram group where you could find out how to get your vest, and we could do it like that. So once again, support the channel. You see it right there. Progressive Action 100 is the Cash App. Let's do better. I'm going to be releasing more information regarding this bathroom issue very soon. Hopefully the investigation will be completed soon so we can get down to the bottom of this and hold the people or person responsible for doing this such horrible thing. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.